For this unit, your readings explore global trends in large-scale land acquisitions, including their effects on different segments of the population and their relationship to conservation efforts. The Transnational Institute's primer was written by a number of the world's leading experts on large-scale land acquisitions. As you read the primer, you'll note that the authors are very critical of what they categorically refer to as land grabbing. Although the primer as a whole is worth reading closely, there are several parts that I'd like to highlight. First, pay attention to what the authors say is new about the current surge in large-scale land acquisitions. What role do global financial markets play? Second, note that the authors aim to broaden how land acquisitions are understood and regulated. Water and other resources are also at stake in these deals, making it unwise to discuss land in isolation from other parts of the environment. Third, think about the author's contention that many large-scale land acquisitions are illegitimate even if they are legal. What do they mean by illegitimate, and do you agree with this assessment? Fourth and finally, consider what the authors say about the uneven impacts of land grabbing. Along what lines are the impacts of land grabbing uneven? This last question is a great segue into the readings by Waldorf and Kariner. Waldorf is highlighting a report by Oxfam on corporate land deals and rural women in Africa, which found that women often bear a disproportionate share of negative consequences from large-scale land deals. Why is this so? Similarly, in Kariner's op-ed, we learn that the EU's biofuel policies are driving large-scale land deals and deforestation in Southeast Asia. At the global scale, Kariner points to the irony that the EU's efforts to reduce its carbon emissions have helped turn Indonesia into one of the world's greatest emitters. At the local scale, she points to the winners and losers within Indonesia, where the government is subsidizing the expansion of elite-owned plantations that dispossess rural and indigenous peoples. Consider how Kariner's perspective illustrates points made in the Transnational Institute's primer. Last but not least, read the report by Vidal on the Great Green Land Grab, alongside the IIED's brief on whether conservation is part of the problem or part of the solution. Vidal suggests that conservation projects increasingly constitute a form of land grabbing. The IIED, for its part, suggests that conservation projects focused on community land rights can actually help prevent land grabbing. What do you think? Do suggestions in the IIED brief help to address concerns raised by Vidal? As always, I look forward to reading your thoughts on this week's materials.